All right.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 9 of Return of the Gods, where we will finish the prologue today, one way or another. I am joined by our wonderful cast today. We have the full cast Einar, Aisha, Calendar, and Merlin, who we will introduce today with Calendar.
Oh, I get to go first today. Uh, I'm Kalendar, playing a elven hunter, with my very capable companion, Callisto, the wolf. He does more damage than I do, thankfully. He's probably the reason I survived so long. So I hope you enjoy. If you want to catch me outside of the games, you can find me on YouTube at Coach LB or Coach LB Plays.
All right, and then we have our residential airhead, Merlin, playing.
Ah, I'm only cosplaying as one mentally. So yeah, I am Merlin. I'm playing Sena, the multi-full caster with a level 5 character that still can't cast a second level spell. And yeah, predominantly a support caster doing things to help the party stay up. Found out couple days ago in an unfortunate rules accident that I've been using shield wrong. So we're retconning a thing, and I'm now going to be using Shield of Faith instead of Shield on allies, as Shield is personal. But yeah, I'm still relearning the rules, guys. I'll work on this to make sure that I'm doing things correctly. But otherwise, though, uh, just here to have some fun and all I know is that she's now a little bit more balanced towards dealing damage now that she can't use her Arcanist spell slots to do defensive maneuvers as much. Yeah.
All right, and I am Faija or Frank. I will be trying to run this chaos show today. You can also find me over on Twitch on my own channel at Faija2. Um, I can be seen there playing various games at times. As far as today goes, though, we will be finishing up the prologue, hopefully, with them still alive. But who knows what happens? The dice giveth, the dice taketh. And I will give the microphone over to Einar.
I don't know why you want to do that. But yep, I'm Minar. Yeah, making sure my microphone's actually working this time. Since last time we had a little snafu where the feed was not working, but I see it now. But yeah, I'm Minar. You can find me around Twitch. Making the little giant robots made out of plastic, or other things made out of plastic, or sometimes playing video games. But here I am playing Henry, and real little dwarf dude likes a bunch of things, right? The chicken tenders. I also run the Rift game on this channel. You can find me, you know, on the other Sunday opposite this one. And yeah, that's about it.
And that brings us to Aisha.
Let me see if my mic is unmuted. Yes, it is. I muted myself and unmuted myself so many times I wasn't sure. I am Aisha. I am
Science fiction is
playing.
one of the greatest genres.
Sorry.
No, that wasn't me. I'm Aisha. I am playing Geology. I'm the other damage dealer here with Henry. She is a cat folk. And you can also find me here Fridays on the Chaos Table. I am DMing Starfinder. along with most of this crew. And you can also find me on my own channel as Theory Aisha, doing a little bit of this and that, maker of all things crafty, everything from the Gundam Flamos to chainmail to painting to who knows. Yeah, as long as it's a craft, I'll do it. But also, you can find me playing Fallout 76.
All right. And that is everybody. So, leading up to this point, as they were fighting in a arena, last session, they ended up fighting one of their old companions, Deadeye Dan. And they ended up having to kill the Chimera, which apparently had its life force tied to Dan's. During his dying breath, he gave them the cryptic warning not to trust the mistress. As his body faded away. And that brings us to today.
Just died. Yay!
The challengers have completed the trial of combat. Do they wish to endure one more round of combat for an extra prize? If the challengers choose to face the next round, they will have a chance to fully rest before facing the next battle. If they do not take that chance, the reward will be better. The challengers have completed the trial of combat. Do they wish?
Oops. Okay, that was only supposed to play once, and apparently I was also being played over on something else.
I'm always worried about something coming through my mic and getting heard, like echoing and whatnot. So I always use my earbuds.
I think it was coming through mine, so I muted it.
It took me a moment to realize that's coming through the Foundry. So,
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah,
Very
and
unexpected.
as that happened, as they say that, two wells appear in the middle of the arena. One
Well,
filled
well.
with a red liquid and one filled with a blue liquid.
Well, well, indeed.
No labels on these for like eat me, drink me, right?
Nope.
Well, I don't know if this is going to go too well.
you dug deep for that one, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
You got to make a well somehow, and you got to dig deep for them. All
Let's
right, I'm
get
done with
deep
the
in
well
here.
jokes. They're not going too well, so.
Oh,
Well said.
we'll have to spring into action sometime.
Yep. I would like to detect magic and see what I can learn from the two wells.
The liquid in both wells, as well as the well themselves, is glowing magical.
Okay. And what can I learn? Well, let me do a. Can I do a spellcraft to try to learn what they can do?
Yes.
Oh, that's a bad roll. So that'll be for one of them.
Okay, well, we'll say you did the red one first.
Okay. And then for the other one, much better.
Okay, much better and good because you did much better for the blue one.
Yay.
Okay, the red one is a simple healing potion.
Ooh.
You heal it, and you drink it, and you will be healed. The blue one, you've only heard stories about. You didn't think it was actually real. It's called a potion of memoria. If you drink it, your spell slots will be restored.
Ooh. Oh, this gives me a somewhat unique possibility. I would like to drink from both of them and then burn my arcanist spots to refill uh, my arcane reservoir entirely, and then drink from the spells again.
Okay.
This will be the first time that I have had full arcane reservoir for a combat. I'll also let
And
the
full
party
health.
know what these do. And full health. Yes, I'm gonna be full health. Guys! It's a rare occurrence.
Well, you haven't told us any of this, so
Oh yeah. I say this. I say this out loud, including the "Hey guys, I'm actually feeling pretty great today. I don't have like random scratches and wounds all over me."
did anyone hear Thunder? He said something about feeling really great today.
Oof.
Also, can I bottle like a thing of the fluid?
You can try.
What would I be rolling for that? Arcane or
No, do you have
spellcraft?
a bottle?
Probably. Uh, oh wait, do I
I guess
have?
I will
No, I
drink from the
don't.
red and the blue,
I definitely don't.
and I have
We're up
Callisto
against
drink
the
from
Ow!
the
wall.
red.
Let me see. Oh, it's on my personal inventory.
But yeah, Henry drinks from the red. I don't have any spell slots to worry about.
All right. Whoever drinks from the red is fully healed. Whoever drinks from the blue has all their spell slots restored.
He does got a water skin though.
Ooh, water skin, a spell storing. Considering we have two casters that can make water out of nothing.
Well, just to speed this along, um, you fill the water skin with one of the potions, and within about 12 seconds, it loses its color.
Okay.
So it just becomes normal water.
Correct.
We're checking out.
Okay.
Hey, but water's water at this point.
We have
Remove
multiple
shield.
casters. Oh yeah, and
Shield of
if you
Faith.
can, yeah, go ahead and add Shield of Faith to the buff side, because I will be casting it on you guys. And in this case, when I cast it, it'll only last for 2 minutes, but now I can use my spells for more damage dealing things, and technically I can actually heal better now. Weird bit when my healing class is not my actual divine caster and it's my arcane caster.
After about 5 minutes, the wells recede back into the ground and are replaced with a spinning contraption with a yes and a no button, as well as a circular wheel with the numbers 1 through 20 on it.
Well, doesn't that look just foreboding?
Cena will set it to 8 initially.
And then I hit 10. And I'm sure he's going to hit 8 again.
Sayana, as an act of compromise, will set it down to 9. And then look at everyone else and be like give the gesture of like, all right, we good?
All right,
Roleplay what
position
we our
yourselves as
decision.
you see fit, with at least one person in the center to press the button.
Well, we know who can't be in the center, but whoever is in goes in the center, I'm going to be casting Shield of Faith on them.
Henry would, but
Henry should press the button. He's a tank.
Oh, I'm sorry.
How's-
There we go.
I'd say offer
go.
Henry his tribute.
And the nice part about Shield of Faith is that it's just a straight up deflection bonus. So
May the odds forever be in his favor.
Yeah, and that works right there for your where you're at.
okay. Okay, well, when given the signal, Henry would hit it. We ready?
Sayana
Go
gets
for
the
it.
Hey, it's the button.
Apparently,
The
Sienna gives a thumbs up
challengers have
from behind me.
chosen level 9. As the pedestal recedes, you see a creature starting to appear from the ground up, almost as if it's being 3D printed. A large creature with 9 heads.
Glad we didn't go for 20.
We may have made a mistake, gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we're in trouble.
It'll be fine.
Good luck to the challengers.
Haven't had Hydra.
That's because that was what his base was.
Okay.
I had to actually
I like how
upgrade
it
his
even says
statistics.
7-headed Hydra, and the picture itself has 8.
Would Knowledge Arcana know exactly what this is?
Yes, you can.
Ooh, give that a go.
Okay, between the two of you, you know it is a Hydra. You know that you can either kill it by chopping off all of its heads at once, so that they're all chopped off at the same time, or by focusing so much damage on the body. It does have Hydra traits, which means that to actually attack, cut off one of the heads is a Sunder attempt. And if you cut off a head, it actually does deal some damage to the body. But if you don't deal acid or fire damage to the stump of a head, it will regrow 2 more heads where the one head was chopped off.
Okay.
And you notice that based off its number of heads, that it shouldn't be quite as big as it is. It's bigger than it should be.
Oh,
And
that's
the
great.
necks are a little bit longer, like it has a further reach.
As preparation of the combat, can I have cast Shield of Faith on Geology as well, and then also used an arcane reservoir point to switch a spell?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and give Geology Shield of Faith buff for +2. I will take away another spell slot. And an Arcane Reservoir point. So I can switch out Arcanist. I am no longer preparing shield for this combat. Oop, that's rolling it. No longer preparing shield for this combat, and will, in its place, be putting Snapdragon Fireworks. Automatic fire damage. On board.
Our dog almost fell off the
Let's go for
couch.
the heads. We can go for the heads. I've got fire damage on me.
Well, I don't have fire damage, so I think I'm just going to go for the main body. Because I can't, there's no way I'll be able to sever a head.
No, it requires a slashing weapon anyway.
Right. Unless I get up close and personal, and that's not my forte.
Which means, realistically, we're relying on Geology for cutting off heads. I can support her cutting off heads with my Snapdragon Fireworks. And hear a weird whistling noise outside. But yeah, I can support Geology doing or trying to cut off heads and removing things from its baseline. If she so
dang.
chooses to do so.
We had 2 nat 20s in the initiative.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah. Ugh. Oh, look at that.
You managed to hit it.
Do the arrows need swapped? Or is that mattering or not?
No, it's still used there.
Okay.
And would Cayenne also do the bear form for Callisto as well? Like right before combat?
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that.
That's +2 AC. You already have the buff on Callisto. Actually, it's currently on Callisto.
Yeah, from the last
Oh,
combat.
it's still on.
Yeah, Cayenne needs the bow that Sariath has. But yeah, we got a little bit of a thunk as Cayenne lands an arrow.
All right, anything
Hmm.
else?
So I should have recast that before we started combat, huh?
Is it okay if he had already cast that on Callisto?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, we're in an arena. We have time to prepare as things are coming up.
Yeah, and literally,
We watched the 3D print.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, my taskbar came up and covered the end turn. Go figure.
oops. As this lumbering giant slithers towards you, Henry.
I just realized a Hydra is basically just a serpent equivalent of a Rat King. Slither.
Slither. All right. There will be 3 attacks against each of GLG and Henry. And I'm just rolling once for each attack for each of you. So
Okay.
looks like only 1 hit each of you.
Damage.
Selena is going to willfully delay her turn to end of turn order. So I want to make sure that I'm after GLG, so that way if she does manage to cut off a head, I'm able to immediately respond.
All right, Henry's turn.
Okay, he's going to 5-foot step forward. And works the body. He casts Fist.
Work that body.
It's such a beautiful body. He's just going to work it all up and down. It's all nice and scaly. He just can't help it. Check and make sure nothing else comes into play here. I was going to use spring attack when he had to move, but since the Hydra came to him, not to worry about that. First attack.
Hit.
Nice. Comes the other one.
And
He
hit.
did minimum damage that first one. 12 is his minimum damage. But he does his little boxer, forward step there and just kind of works it, and there it goes.
Feel that the hide is very tough. You don't think you did
Just
quite as
warm up.
big of an impact as you thought you would have.
Kind of figuring.
Wait, so she doesn't like getting any closer than she has to with this creatures.
Oh, don't forget to activate the Shield of Faith buff.
Okay, you were
That way you
here,
get that
correct?
+2.
All right. When you make your first movement, if this hits your CMD, you do not take any damage, but you are stopped from moving any farther. So you are stopped moving.
Yeah, she can't move
There.
any further. It she has a +6 CMD. So is that to her?
That's against your CMD, which is 21.
It would have
Okay,
to
I
roll.
see it. I see where it
It would
is.
have to roll a 3 or below. But if everybody that gets stopped 10 feet away, Aisha's probably the best one for it. Aisha? Yeah.
Yep.
GG. GLG.
Yeah, it also means that you never actually turned on Shield of Faith on your buffs, so that first Hydra attack never got you.
It would have met AC, so it still would have hit, but it might matter later.
I thought we were doing Tigers to Defender.
Yeah.
Oh, we are? Okay, then yeah. That first attack would miss GLG then.
Okay. So let me fix that before I forget. Come on. Otherwise, I will forget. Okay, so that puts her in her range for 10 feet.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that would allow her to use the
Link.
linked.
Mhm.
But now she can turn on the shield, right?
Yeah, Shield of Faith.
Is she still?
Not Shield. Yeah, get rid of Shield. You'll have to add Shield of Faith.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. How to? Yeah, I didn't want to do that. Shield of conditions.
Yeah.
Buffs.
Yeah, hit the folder with the plus icon on it, and just type in.
I'm doing it at the moment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I know yours was different.
There you go.
Yeah,
You got
'cause-
Shield of Faith now.
Yep. Thank you. Because also after she makes an attack, dang it, that could have stayed it as a 19.
Hey, you got a total of 19.
Yeah, but the main dice could have stayed as a 19.
Hey, you managed to hit it. That's what matters.
Yeah.
And she's also going to. So that's 13 slashing against the creature. If she's lucky.
Yeah.
And she's also going to study target. See if she can learn anything more about this thing.
Well, you already used your move.
Oh, okay. And that will
Okay. I was trying to remember. Is there a way for Callisto to actually be able to move in a range and attack? Because outside of the 30-foot movement range.
He could
A
charge.
charge attack or a bull rush.
You have to have a feat for bull rush, don't you?
No,
Well,
basic combat maneuver.
yeah, just if you don't have the improved feed, attack, focus attacks of opportunity and stuff like that.
Okay.
Which, funny enough, aspect of the bear removes that the attack of opportunity effect of bull rush. But it is just the attack of opportunity effect of bull rush itself, not the movement.
Movement. So
Right.
if this hits him, his CMD, which I'm sure it probably
You
does.
said I need to roll CMD.
Yeah.
No, it's against your current CMD.
Oh, 7.
No,
Oh,
he's
shoot.
got CMD, not CMB.
Oh,
But
CMD.
Yep, my bad.
he gets stopped there.
18.
Yeah. God, it literally
My
has to
current
crit
CMD is
fail.
18.
Jeez.
And technically it'd be too low because you're charged, but yeah. Alright. You're not close enough to bite.
Oh, it got stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically a little bit of a crowd control maneuver.
Yeah. Okay.
And I don't think Callisto's got anything for ranged.
Oh no. Not yet, at least.
We could have strapped
Gonna have
like
to work on
a
that.
side cannon. All right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Gotta go here. Kind of out of the way. All right. And I am going to cast with additional buffs magic missile at 7th level. So that way I can cast 4 missiles. So let's do this for the sake of
4d4 plus 4.
But then I still have to do
3d4 plus 3.
Damage. All right. So 13 total force damage. That's my move, and I don't have anything that I want to do with my swift action right now, so that'll be it for me for this turn.
Diane's turn. That's gonna miss.
That's the roll so we were expecting. There we go.
Yep, there it goes. Back to normal.
Pearls finally wore off.
All right. He's got 3 meals available for him. One, each of these 3 attacks is going to target all 3 of GLD, Callisto, and Henry. 9 heads, 9 attacks.
He's got a kitty puppy or little hairy man.
All 3 to all 3.
So it's attacking with all 9 heads.
Last round it only attacked with 6 of its heads.
Oh. Yeah.
How did I lose targets plus 2 seconds to attacks?
I think when you multi-target, and once you roll the first time, it removes the target. But that
It didn't last
second
time.
one is going to miss. But I think the last one will hit.
Yeah, so
Yeah, the first and last ones hit.
yeah,
Yep.
it looks like I missed theology on all 3 of them. It looks like Callista and myself got hit.
No, her AC is 21.
Yeah, mine's 821.
Because she's
So
not
it only
using
missed.
the weapons dueling. She
Oh,
has the weapon loop now, so she doesn't have the dueling bonus.
To roll above average to hit geology even now, so not a bad thing.
So that
Looks
was
like
7.
15
So
damage
it's
to each of
15.
you. Yep. And you see some of the wounds on the Hydra start healing up.
Does have proper regeneration. He's have to get fire out there immediately.
Well, we know it has fast healing, not regeneration.
Yeah, but fast healing gets turned off with fire damage, right? Like a
No,
troll. Oh,
it does not. That's why I specified the difference between regeneration and fast healing.
Okay, that's a good point.
You just want to take a 5-foot step and continue working that body.
That's gonna hit.
Probably not that one, though.
Oh,
Not that one.
Good damage, but bad attack.
yeah. Geology can
So,
unlink and 5-foot step.
yep. Exactly what I plan to do. So 5 feet in.
Ooh, nice.
One great hit on the first one.
Alright, 2 hits. And I'll take your buff back on. And remember, if you want to try to actually chop off a head, you need to make a sunder attempt. So, if that's what your attempt is, what you're trying to do, let me know.
I would say with that first attack, I would definitely try the sunder. So
Well, let me know before you attack next time. Because
okay.
actually,
It's a whole
Okay.
different
All right.
attack.
So will I be able to make it into range this time? Or was that whatever stopped him from getting in range?
you can try.
No.
Nope. Move a
I
step back.
imagine that this is like fighting a Dark Souls boss that has like a large tail that kind of slithers around, and you're like trying to attack it, but occasionally like the tail kind of like pushes your character a little bit further away, so your attack misses.
Well, it's actually a feat called Stand Still.
Ooh. Oh, sorry. I mean like thematically, like it's
Okay,
doing
but
the
yeah.
thing, and yeah.
So he's not arranged, so I guess can't really do anything.
He can bark at it. Let's
Growl.
go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I want to make sure that works. And then this time I'm going to prepare for my next turn by casting Snapdragon Fireworks. It doesn't deal damage upon me casting it, but for the next 7 rounds, I can force D4 damage on it. Let's just pull it up. Don't use that. Let's just do the thing. So yeah, that's what it'll need to do every time. Is reflex DC 16 every round, starting next turn. But I am not done. I believe I am not. I'm done. Damn it. Can I have been? Wait, what is my short range now? Hello, there you are. Spells. I am misremembering. Is that can I have been here instead?
Sure.
Okay, same movement. Okay. And with that, I'm able to give it a proper Wand of Acid Splash. Let's give it a go. 14 touch for 8 acid.
That will hit.
Yay! Still dealing damage. Then this might be necessary. Oh, never mind. Never using that again.
Sorry, I muted my mic.
Welcome back.
This thing is weak to fire, yeah?
Not necessarily, no.
Oh,
You just need to sear the head stumps in order for it not to regenerate the heads with 2 more heads. I'm just popping up fireworks so that way we have a little bit more DPS up front.
well, I was looking at the summon nature's ally because I kind of have that spell,
Yeah.
and I didn't see a range of like where you summon it. Oh, never mind. 25 plus 5 feet per 2 levels. Never mind. I was right there in front of me. So let's see.
Okay.
Then I guess the question was if I tried to summon it, I couldn't summon it in range where I am.
What do you want to summon?
I was going to summon a fire elemental. But I think I might just hold off on summoning.
Measure straight down.
Still 40 feet.
Yeah, but if you do
I can
straight down, like in between Callisto and geology right there. That's 35, and it only has to do a 5-foot step. And then it's in range.
Oh,
It
good
doesn't even
point.
matter. Yeah.
Cool. So I don't. So
Again,
how
here,
do I?
We will get that action economy.
uh, that is
Though it is kind of funny that Kai is effectively now half the party.
Yeah.
all right. Where did you want to summon it at?
In between
Right
geology
there.
and Callisto.
Can you see it where I measure to?
Yep, you have a buddy there now.
So does it move on? Does it? It was only around for one round, right?
Per level.
Ah,
So it's around for 5 turns.
And I want to say, yeah, action immediately on your turn. So it
okay.
gets active. And you have ownership of him. But it sounds like you just want to have him make a 5-foot step and then attack the Hydra.
Yeah. Ah, there it is. I was trying to find it.
Yeah, I don't have an image for it yet.
I found it in the. I found it in one of the other menus.
Oh, it's under summons, yeah.
Yeah. I'm learning. I'm learning.
Let's see here. How does it attack the slam? And burn.
This is a small fire elemental.
Yeah.
Yeah. Best I can do right now.
Yep.
I just don't have an attack button with it.
Yeah, I'm working on that.
At the very least, it might be able to do a little bit of damage, and
Yeah.
it
Before it
may
goes splat.
also, yeah, it'll also soak up some damage.
Okay, there should be a slam attack for it now. Oops. I forgot to actually add an attack roll to that. That's actually needed. It doesn't deal damage. God damn it, did I? Yes.
So it did the what, 2 damage?
No. I still have to actually make an attack roll. What the fuck?
I think she's just doing
Oh,
things on its own.
Well, it does have 7 heads. I mean, it's gonna have a mind of its own sooner or later.
There we go.
It rolled.
It did not hit.
That's what we have to be happy about. It rolled.
Foundry's acting funny. I'm gonna refresh.
Okay.
And remember, kids, this is why you don't join Hydra. Okay, the game's back up. Let me know when everybody's ready.
I've got nothing. I log back in and it's showing me nothing.
I'm in proper.
Yeah, I'm working on it. It's black
It's
screen for
slow.
me.
Yeah, it took a moment. Things are back up.
Yeah, I saw it on your side. I mean, it gave me the load-in screen, but the actual game is.
Slow.
Yeah, I'm still waiting.
You may need to refresh it yourself.
Ah, there it goes. It's loading. I have a game screen.
There we go. Things are coming back up.
Gosh, if the entire CR thing, or the 1 to 20 thing was just how many heads the Hydra has, that would be so funny.
It was.
Ah!
Yeah, but
That's
if you
hilarious.
think about it, he he also said the higher it was, the better the rewards. So
And that's also why
Uh,
20 would have killed us.
Because it would have had 20 attacks in a single turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been rough.
unless we had kept getting rolls like that last one for it.
All right. Is everybody in? Got the camera and everything set up?
Yep, everything's good on my end.
Yep. Back in.
I'm good.
I'm in.
All right. A total of 2 attacks each against all 4 of them. Galdi, the Fire Elemental, Callisto, and Henry.
Ooh,
The first hit will miss everybody,
hell yeah.
even the Fire Elemental.
That's wild.
Well, that's good.
Second one's not, though.
Eesh.
But I think even the Fire Elemental stays alive.
It does.
With only 7 damage.
This is starting to hurt.
Well, at least it did soak a little bit of damage.
It took 2 whole attacks away from people, an entire attack away from everybody else, essentially.
Yeah.
Another 5-foot step.
Ouch.
Working that body.
Wait, did Jaldi just move?
Probably on accident.
I thought.
Out on
Yeah, I think
accident,
it's-
I wasn't supposed to. Was there, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. As we found out, yesterday, certain keys will move you.
Mm-hmm. Then I'm bad. All right.
Yeah, because
Can Henry hit?
I know we're not quite to flanking yet, so
Almost.
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 Yeah.
Jaldi should take a 5-foot step down next turn.
Working there,
Yeah.
working there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, oh, oh my gosh.
We're not going to Hail Hydra, but you can Hail Henry.
As you deal a significant blow,
Do hydras have chicken nuggets?
if it did, it'd be screaming.
Hit him in the lizard nethers. As my
Lizard
Spotify,
gizzards?
as my Spotify starts playing One Wing Angel.
They got lizard gizzards?
And second attack.
That one's gonna miss.
That
But
first
that
one?
first one.
Yeah, that first one.
That was nice.
It more than made up for the past healing.
Okay.
In the wrong chat.
5 feet step up. That gives us flank.
That does.
So that is that's with a damage +1.
There's the drop
Yep.
down bonus to hit.
Right there.
2 people talking what?
Flanking is a +2 to hit.
Okay.
There's a drop down for it. Check bonus when you click on that field.
The check bonus.
Yes.
Yep. Flank.
Yes.
Hit.
And I only do that on the 1, right?
Both
No,
of them.
they're both flanking.
Okay. Oh,
When is she able to apply her sneak attack? Ooh, nice.
On any attack she's flanking, isn't it? Isn't that how that works? Or how does it
I
work
think
for
it's
the
only the
Slayer?
first one.
Yeah, I know it's not for all
I
attacks.
think it's only applicable once.
Well, that's 5th edition. You can only sneak attack once in a round.
I gotta look.
yeah, because I was looking at that too, trying to figure out how
Yeah, or when the Slayer flanks its target.
Okay. Because I know right now you have a sneak attack damage bonus.
Of 1d6.
1d6 at the moment. Yeah.
That's extra damage, though.
Yep.
Go ahead and roll me 2d6, please.
okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
So I wasn't sure if I had to get behind it or what for the sneak attack.
When, whenever it's denied its dexterity bonus or you're flanking it.
Hey, just out of curiosity, one of those hydro bites did hit Callisto, right?
Yeah.
Okay, the the hit points aren't going down on Callisto's character sheet automatically. That's why I was asking.
Oh no, I thought I was better taking care of their own.
Oh, okay.
7 damage.
My bad. I wasn't paying attention to that. Let me go back up and see
7.
7. And then 8. So
Let
15.
me see. Let me see if yeah.
7, 8, 7. So
7, 8, 7.
22 total
So
damage.
yeah.
All right, got it.
So Callisto be suffering a little bit.
Yeah,
Half
exactly
half
half.
health.
Yeah.
All right, but it is Callisto's turn.
And Callisto, now at half health, is finally able to get within range.
Right. They it can't get in the range, right?
Take a 5-foot step. Yep.
Just making sure.
Callisto limps in and tries to take a bite and misses.
Yeah.
I got there, but now what? You know, that's what it reminds me of the episode of the Roadrunner where where the coyote finally catches the Roadrunner, where he's so small. It's like, well, what do you expect me to do now?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm going to use my move action to do an automatic Snapdragon Fireworks, which I need a DC 16 reflex save from the Hydra. All right, so it succeeds. It takes 1 point of fire damage.
It is not
It still
stunned
takes half.
or dazzled.
It is not dazzled, but I do have it up. Basically, it just gets a -1 to its attack rolls and sight-based perception checks, if it does happen.
Oops.
Then I'm also going to let's upcast Magic Missile again. I have it a little bit better now, so hopefully this should just work. Let's make sure I'm actually targeting it. God damn it, I forgot to turn off the thingy again. Yes! Cool. It takes 11 points of force damage. And do I want to do anything? I can't do anything with my swift action right now, so that'll be it for Saina.
All right. Well, since my elemental's still up, I don't have to recast. Maybe I should have just recast something.
This is 17. Is that gonna hit?
It will.
Oh,
Ooh. Hell yeah.
and
All right.
then
The elemental.
yeah, I still don't have the bash or whatever button for the elemental. So
Well, if you right click on him, there should be a slam button underneath his token.
I see it.
Yeah, unfortunately, I
Yeah,
edited the
yeah.
token, not the character sheet.
Okay.
And unfortunately,
That's all right.
we've now all seen it.
All right, that's gonna miss though. Oops.
You hit the intern button at the same time I did, didn't you?
Uh-huh. All right.
Ooh. Ouch.
Everybody
It's gonna
but
miss Gigi.
GLG got hit that time.
Oh, that's still hitting Henry?
Yeah.
Oof.
Henry's
And that's
looking very rough.
gonna poof this fire elemental.
That was max damage.
And then
Hey. Yeah, that's more damage than Henry's got HP.
Okay. Gotta do this then, because I don't have ranged healing.
yeah, you do. Someone does.
I technically do.
Oh, Callisto's at 0.
Callisto should be at. Oh yeah.
Exactly 0. One action.
Henry, give me a con check
Is it
to
a
try to
con?
stabilize,
Is it a con?
or fortitude, or something like that. Let me.
Yeah, to self-stabilize.
Injury and death.
Yes, it is con. Yep. And I get a +2 trait bonus on con check to become stable.
At DC 10 with a penalty equal to your negative hit point total. What is your hit point total? Negative.
It'd be -1.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, but I'm also reading the one of the traits he has. It does not. Yeah, it's just the +2 trait bonus to con check to become stable.
So you have a +1 plus your con modifier plus your d20 essentially.
So basically a +1.
No con modifier?
Um, yeah, but if I'm doing a con check, shouldn't that just automatically be put in there?
Yeah.
So any additional bonus is just going to be a +1 because the -1 hit point will be against that +2 that he gets from the trait.
Yeah.
I think they'll pass.
Yeah. Yeah, DC was only 10. You're stable. You don't gotta worry about dying. But you are unconscious.
Okay. I want to try and sunder.
All right. Make an attack roll.
The fewer heads it has, the fewer attacks it can make.
Mm-hmm. And I forgot to do the flanking.
I don't think that
Well,
really
you're not
counts.
thinking for.
Yeah, not,
Yeah, or not flanking because he's down.
right.
Right.
Okay.
Now, my only question is, how much do I risk it for that biscuit?
Okay.
How confused do I make
The
Henry right
first
now?
blow isn't quite enough to cut off a head, but with the second one, you do cut off one of the heads.
Oh, perfect. So basically, she Attack on Titaned it.
Okay, at 0, not unconscious yet, right? One action.
Anything strenuous will cause 1 damage and cause him to go unconscious, like attacking.
Right. With 5-foot step to try and disengage.
That will not be strenuous.
But he still it still won't move him out of range. I know that. But
Correct.
May as well like do a full move and proc the CMB attack to prevent Callisto from moving. In the chance that it fails and you are able to get Callisto out of harm's way, and Geology, unfortunately, in entirely the whole wrong way.
uh
Decisions.
I actually had an idea. So it's reckless, but I'm gonna try it. I only need him to move 5 feet for this to work. So
Right. First thing we're going to do is I'm going to use my bonus action to force a Snapdragon Fireworks to sear the head.
Since this does not require an attack roll, you can't actually target the head portion with it.
But it does still have to do the thing to try to get it. Oh, fuck. That's going to make things more complicated. But luckily, it is now dazzled, so it'll have a -1 to its attacks. And fuck, I have to prevent it from doing things. All right, I'm going to acid splash the head. $21 for 2 acid.
All right.
Ugh, that does not feel good. All right. I can't really do anything with my swift action right now. So I guess that's what I got for now. Good luck, GG. And Callisto.
Oof.
That's how
All
long
right.
the acid's going to prevent it from regenerating?
No. That's how many rounds it's going to take to regrow the 2 heads.
Well, I just did acid damage to it.
You didn't do enough.
Oh,
So anything I can cast on myself personally, I can cast on Callisto through our link, right?
Correct.
Okay. First things first. Mm, if he falls unconscious, does that mean it will cancel buffs?
No, not if you're just
Or the
unconscious.
caster.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Vine Strike on Callisto.
And this don't really matter because it'll stop you in the location you're at anyway, but if you had wanted to move farther than that, you cannot.
No, I was moving there.
I
I just
figured.
need to be, yeah. I just need to be within range of Callisto. Which
It is only in addition to other attacks, so Callisto would still have to attack.
right, I get that, but I was reading what it does, and I felt like it would be a good buff. Which now I just need it to show up on Callisto's page and probably not mine. uh, uh, but that's okay. That's it for now, since that's all I got. I was afraid to move Callisto out because all of those attacks coming at Geology, and if I'm standing right here, I can at least heal him next turn.
Assuming you're still alive.
Yeah, assuming I'm still alive. I'm looking at the positive aspects. Okay. See, my mom's even laughing at you at your jokes.
The first hit missed.
Ooh.
Second one didn't.
Second one hit all yeah.
That's a lot of damage too.
Ouch.
Can't do enough acid damage. Can do enough acid damage. If
Is Callisto outright dead?
Shouldn't be.
What's outright death?
Negative hit points equal to your con.
So as long as
No,
she has,
that would have to be
great
negative
con.
16.
Almost.
And at the end of this, its attacks, you see two heads grow out of the one.
We have ourselves a Hercules situation.
Hydra.
Yeah, I can't do enough acid damage. Keep it from regenerating. unless I use a wand, which I have to wait, what, 8 more turns? 7 more turns?
Well, I also happen to roll a very low number on that D4.
Snoozing it up.
He's stable, but
Yeah, there's
Why do I
rounds
feel like
you
even if
can
we
do.
had chosen the one, things still would be going the way they are?
It wouldn't be. It's the amount of attacks that it has that's causing it to be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Henry, do you have to do another roll?
No, he's stable.
Or
I don't think there's anything he can do.
not gonna be much I can do either. Other than try to sunder another head. Do I dare?
Problem. Because if you do sunder another head, I can't deal enough damage to keep it from regrowing.
Okay, then I'm gonna do just straight up damage.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
Oh my gosh. Consistency, unfortunately.
Consistency in the wrong way.
Well, she's also hurting, so
Yeah.
that's all she can do.
This still needs to
Constitution
make
check,
a
right?
save. Yes.
Yeah. That's a high DC to hit.
Mm-hmm. Takes 1 damage.
I'm going to
So
use
what is
my
he gonna
move.
do?
I'm going to use my move action to Snapdragon it. Gosh.
Oops, not that.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so it's dazzled again, so it's still going to get a -1. And I'm going to do it. I'm going to attack Henry with my crossbow, loaded up with a Cure Wounds.
Make the attack.
Okay. So the attack. Oh my god! Of course I fucking crit him. Ugh. All right. Let's see the healing.
you hit him with.
You heal for a total of 6. I will not consider that a critical hit.
Okay. You know what? That's a good
Yeah,
point.
request-
I hit precisely, so it's like I grazed him.
You know what?
You
Because of
literally
that,
would have hit him and done enough damage to
because you
only
got
heal
that-
1 point.
Because you got that 20, I'll actually say that you dealt no damage. You healed the full 8, Henry.
Hell yeah. Accidentally critting your allies for the win.
It was technically a critical heal.
Oh, I feel pretty good about that now. Okay. All right. I've done what I
you want
could.
to make your will save. Do you want to resist the healing?
No.
Oh no, too many more criticals on heals, maybe.
All right, I have to be right back. I gotta help with the washing machine.
All right.
Okay. It's Kyan's turn anyway.
Oh, oh, that's almost enough to fully heal Callisto. He's at -1 now. But that does mean he's stabilized, right?
Yes. There's only 2 standing targets near this 10-headed Hydra.
Man.
Luckily, I'm not sure if you guys have noticed this or not for you, but it's been limited to only doing 3 attacks per person.
Interesting. So if we had all bum rushed it, it might have actually.
Been worse?
It couldn't
GG's
have hit
down.
as many attacks.
Well, 3 attacks per person, so if there's only 1 person up there, it'd still only be making 3 attacks. But so let's
Oh,
say
that's true.
like there's 3 people here, they had 9 heads, it can make 3 attacks against all of them.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
She's a
Picking up what you're
-1.
putting down, even though what you're putting down is our bodies.
Because that will hit both of you.
Jeez. Yep,
I'm not gonna make
we
both
did.
of you take that critical. I'm gonna roll because of only rolling 1 die for all the attacks. I'm gonna randomly determine who got the crit for that one. A 1 will be Geology, a 2 will be Callisto. So Geology took the critical damage, and Callisto, Cayenne, my bad, not Callisto, took the normal damage.
So I
Okay,
took the 8,
that's
9.
9.
sweet. So how much did I take off that second hit?
Oh, yes.
16 total. Unless you were already unconscious.
I was already down. I was -1 from that first hit.
Okay. And then there would have only been the 1 attack, and that would have only been against Cayenne. So you would have taken the 16 damage from that Cayenne. So another 7.
Yeah, it looks like he stepped away for a moment.
Sorry, I had to stop my dog from digging into the carpet. All right, what did I miss?
You took 7 more damage because I didn't realize that Geology was already unconscious from the first hit.
Ah, okay.
Which
I'm
I
at
think
0.
that you're at 0 too.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Henry's actually conscious again.
Yeah, with not too much HP. 7. Ooh. Now that Henry's back up, the other 2 are down. Let's go for broke.
Tell Cyanna to get out the Gatling gun of healing.
That's a good roll.
You did just get back up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be a miss. As is that.
Damn.
And you said a con save, right?
Yes. And that's not gonna succeed. You take 1 damage.
She's at -2 then.
Callisto is stable. Sienna's turn when he gets back.
And even if
And
the Hydra,
actually, go ahead.
I'm saying even if the Hydra was limiting 3 attacks per person, I mean, 3 of us are melee fighters, so it wouldn't matter too
Right.
much.
Oh, actually, look at the picture. It's funny you guys chose 9 because that is a 9-headed Hydra.
Well, it looks like 2 of them. A 500 and a 400.
Maybe.
Yeah. Looks like 2 different ones there.
Yeah, because
I
it's
thought
2
it was
different colors.
Okay.
Well, there's 9 heads there at least.
Yeah, there's 9 heads, but 2 different ones.
Yeah, I sucked at counting. I didn't. I missed the middle one for some reason. Okay. I have returned. The washing machine is now offloaded.
Yeah. Now Jijing and Ryan are down.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
I'm at 0.
Yeah, that's
so
first time
I have
Gigi's
1
ever
action.
been down.
So
All right. Move action to deal a little bit of fire damage. Henry's up again, though, proper still?
For now.
Okay. Cool. So it still maintains having a -1. Oh, that first attack would have missed. Oh, no, you already got the -1 in there. And it will take 2 fire damage. And I guess I'm shooting Gigi now.
Good game. Good game.
Come on, guys. Come on, guys. All right, 4 piercing. Let's give it proper healing for 13
max
healing.
heal.
Oh,
You managed to
Yeah.
heal for 9.
Can someone record that for me? Because I'm not at the keyboard at the moment.
another point away from that.
All right. Got it for you.
Okay. All right. I have done my healing. I have done the minuscule amount of damage so I can try to mitigate any of the fast healing that I can. Oh,
If it didn't have fast healing, you guys probably would have killed it by now.
yeah. We just have rounds where we're not doing all that much damage, and that's hurting us.
So
You're at 0, you said?
yeah, I'm at 0.
Don't tell yourself.
Yeah, you're
I
gonna
can
have
heal
to heal yourself.
myself, but I'm still within range. That's the. I think the biggest issue is that
Staying in range
I'm
is
still within
probably
range.
the thing you can do, though, to prevent attacks going to everybody. I'm probably going to have to move in myself. Well, yeah, I might have to
Well,
move in myself.
so
to
do I.
have some
The
damage.
question comes: do I heal myself or do I heal Callisto? Because Callisto has a better chance of doing damage.
That's true.
But if I don't heal myself, I drop down. I fall unconscious after this round, right?
If you cast
If you heal
spell
Callisto,
on,
you will take 1 damage. Because you're at 0.
which would drop Callisto's AC by 2 also, you may be the best choice for healing. So I believe your AC is a little bit higher than Callisto's, right?
No. Callisto's is higher than mine.
Really?
He's my tank. His is 17. Mine's 16.
Oh, but he also so Callisto only has a 17 because of Bear.
Yeah. So normally he would be. Normally I'd be higher. Yeah.
Yeah, normally
I'll
you'd be
be back
higher.
in 1 minute.
Yep.
Man. When I woke up this morning, this is not how that was almost the lowest amount I could get. But I'll take it. I'll take 7 HP.
That's 7 points of healing.
Yeah.
Though I do find it funny. Technically, I did more healing by stabbing somebody with an arrow. That is really
And then the
funny.
other
That's how
question
the
is,
dice work.
well, the other question is, do I step out of range for 5 feet? But then there's a maximum amount of attacks they can make, the heads can make, and that takes me out of the range, so I won't be hit. And then I can step back into range, provided we last this round, to heal Callisto to get him back up.
Do you know what your range, what its range is?
I don't know. I'm hoping that if
I
I
was
step
about to
back
say
5
it's
feet, I'll
probably
be
got
out.
a. I'm about to say it's probably got a heck of a range of attack.
Yeah, 'cause
Well,
it's a
Callisto
gargantuan
got stopped
creature.
10 feet away.
Yeah, but this is gargantuan. Huge normally has a range of
Oh.
10, or sorry, of 15. So where you are would be good for huge, but this thing is gargantuan. So it might
And
just
So
have
you
an
know,
attack range
you
of 20.
mentioned that you noticed its necks were longer than normal, giving it greater reach.
Yeah.
So we're screwed either way.
Yeah, because the only reason Henry and I moved in the way we did is because we had to get in our range, not because we had to get in its range.
Yeah.
So what did Kyan end up doing?
Heal myself for 7. Almost a minimum minimum heal.
All right. So currently standing up is Henry and Cayenne.
And
Correct.
Gigi. Well,
Plus,
sorry, Gigi's still on the ground.
Gigi is conscious, but she's prone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got that R&R? The alarm?
Oh, yeah. Figure out a bit.
Because I'm kind of out of reach.
He'll here shortly. Wait, the author does attacks.
Well, Sienna, your dazzlement saved them. At least that attack.
Oh wow.
Otherwise, Cayenne would have been hit.
Like I keep saying, I'm going with a I'm going with a support build. So this is me debuffing and buffing as much as I can.
Oh.
Oh. Oh.
You guys got a lucky round.
Got in clutch.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
Henry hit it in the chicken nuggets.
Henry, you're not flanking, but on Geology, on your turn, you will be.
Hopefully he hits.
We just need a good old Henry crit.
Yeah, you do.
It's not a crit, but oh boy.
Almost.
One more of those.
You think it's near its last leg?
Two.
If it had legs, at least.
Yeah. Two solid. Two good hits.
Oh.
It's
Does
still
Sienna have a magic missile
standing.
left?
And I gotta wait for Gigi to come back.
If you want to go ahead and roll for me, roll for me.
Yeah.
I can do it.
I've already got moved.
Okay.
Yeah, he had to turn off my 3 o'clock alarm on the phone anyways.
Can Geology hit?
Because the only reason why the Henry's attacks are being resisted is because it's bludgeoning instead of slashing, right?
Maybe.
Oh.
Miss.
Is that with flanking? Oh yeah, it's with flanking.
As it was Henry actually doing, I figured it had all that stuff in it.
Oh, a bit of damage.
And your sneak attack? That's another d6.
perfect day for that. 9.
Callisto
Still
is
down.
stable.
Okay.
Snapdragon fireworks.
Yep. Snapdragon. Alright, it will succeed. It'll take 1 point of fire damage. And then I think I'm gonna go for it. I'm going to upcast Magic Missile as if I was 7th level, so that way I can hit it with 4 bolts of magic. Please. Big money, big prizes. 13 points of force damage. Yes! Oh, she got a kill.
Oh my gosh.
I actually thought you were going to kill it with Snapdragon fireworks.
Oh, it only had 2 HP?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, that was stressful. I'm gonna work.
I thought we were gone.
I'm gonna go ahead and sink a spell, a healing into Callisto, since I have.
I was doing that.
Oh.
I was doing it.
I'm going to pour one into each of Henry and GG.
As the body of the Hydra dissolves, you all feel a magical energy flow over you, and you are fully healed.
Oh. That was
Let's
rough.
not do that again.
Let's do that again.
Yeah,
course,
next
everyone
time they
does, yeah.
say what you want to roll out of 20, let's say 2.
Well, I do feel like we did a pretty good job against this one. I feel like 8 probably would have been a little bit more appropriate, but that's just
You guys have taken a 10.
I mean, technically, it kind of became a 10.
Actually, we were on the right path. I mean, I was planning on summoning another creature, and then everything went to hell real quick.
Yeah, it's that spread damage.
Yeah.
It just goes ham. Like it just does.
Like once Henry went down, everything started going bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because then I was focusing on bringing people up by stabbing them with arrows, and Callisto became a heavier target, which means that you had to become more of a heavy target, and GG was becoming more of a heavy target. We were starting to lose the damage war.
Yeah, all you have to do is take me or Henry out of the scenario, and we're hurting.
Yep.
I need arrows that deliver potions of cure light wounds.
It's like those soft padded arrows, where it has the practice arrows from ye old, where it has the bulb in the front, and
Yep.
you're using that, but instead of the bulb in front, it's actually just a soft bottle of cure light wounds.
Either that or crossbow bolts.
Yep.
That break on impact that have the potion inside.
Yeah.
You know any artificers that might be able to do something like that?
If they can copy this, you can cast spells. Selena holds up her crossbow that desperately needs better arrows for the purpose of healing.
All right, we're about 2 hours in. Do you guys want to take a short break
Yeah.
before we
Yeah.
deal with
Need a bathroom break
treasure
now.
and then go into story mode?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
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 All right. So we'll be back shortly.
All right, welcome back. Thank you for sticking with us.
We're
All right.
alive.
As the Hydra dissipates, the crowd goes wild. Whoa! Oh, guys, woo! And the announcers yells over the speakers, and the challengers have succeeded the extra bonus round. Here are their prizes. As 4 chests raised from the ground. On each chest, see a slight replica of each of the 4 humanoids.
I take offense to that. I'm not a
One for
humanoid.
each of you. Well, there's not one for you.
I'm an outsider. Yeah.
It's still
I'll
shaped
go
like
ahead
a
and
humanoid.
I'll go ahead and open up my chest.
I was gonna
Inside
say
it, you
if she doesn't want her chest, I'll take it.
all right. Anybody else open up a chest?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going to open my chest.
Yeah. Henry admires the work a little bit first, then opens it.
Henry loves seeing
All right.
pictures of himself.
Of course.
Inside Cayenne's chest, you find a suit of armor that looks like could be worn by Callisto.
Awesome.
Henry finds a pair of boots.
Hmm.
And when Gigi finally opens up hers, she will find a cloak.
And,
Okay.
what did I find?
Um, a necklace.
Okay. Do I even have anything left? Oh yeah.
And like I said, I'm not going to actually tell you what they do quite yet, but I'll have those made up for you for next session.
Okay. Yeah, I was about to cast Identify.
As you open up your chest and take out the loot, the stadiums around you empties, and the gates that you entered reopen.
Whew.
Yeah, we can finally get out of here.
Yeah. I guess that's our cue.
Yep, time to get the fuck out.
Henry just kind of sighs, like, "Well, it was fun while it lasted."
You were really in your element in there, Henry.
That was fun.
And Gigi would be a little hesitant, making sure the others, um,
How are you able to?
Selena and Kayan and Callisto, go before her and Henry, basically letting them cover their rear,
I'm not even
just in
gonna.
case something else comes at them.
A piece of Okay. You end up back at the previous, and the last door is now completely unbarred.
Yay. What's inside?
Do you open the door?
I do.
You see a small hallway, 5 feet wide. But it's wing.
It's a hallway. I don't know why, but the game is considering itself paused for me.
Yeah, because you haven't left the stadium.
Yeah, I can't move. Like even if I'm clicking arrow keys, nothing.
Yeah, things are kind of being all kinds of laggy with Foundry again.
Yeah, I'm gonna refresh on my end. Maybe that'll fix it.
I don't think so. I think it's my internet connection. It's spotty at times.
Okay.
Yeah, but camera's
And
not
before you
paused.
start to say that, I was getting Discord sound weird.
Yeah, you did go robotic there for a second.
There we go. Yep, my side.
Hey, you're moving.
Yeah, there it goes.
Oh wait, sorry, I have to do the regular thing. Whee!
Yeah, that's a typical thing.
Yeah, that's the thing.
All right. You had some doorway to a hallway. That's 5 foot wide.
Oh. Henry looks at it like, uh-oh.
Memories.
I guess Henry's going first. He's the tank.
He's just in like 5-foot spaces anymore.
Well, I mean, there's logic in Henry going first. I mean, if anything jumps out, he's going to punch it anyway. So as long as he doesn't have to barrel over someone to get to it.
I would say
Or
this is
under.
a good order.
He's looking for the
Or
evidence.
under.
He's looking for the evidence of rats.
Any rat droppings around?
Evidence of rats. No rat droppings. It looks clean.
One of the many traumas.
Yeah, the place looked clean too.
Yeah, I wasn't around for that trauma.
Mm.
I must have missed that PTSD session.
Sessions.
Yeah, it might have been a good thing for you.
Stacking himself up to go down the hallway.
Yeah, Henry's just like,
We all kind of line up behind Henry and give him a shove.
fine.
Thought that's what we were doing.
Oh, you guys are doing a
The
conga?
the shoving of encouragement.
Well, I mean, we're all lined up behind him, so.
Yep.
I mean, if we have to, we can always bring you in behind us and like really give a good shove. Of course, how that horse is going to fit through a 5-foot corridor, I don't know.
Well, it's large, long, not large, tall. So
Yeah, it could fit through a 5 foot wide space.
Okay. And we definitely have him bring up the rear and push. between all of us, I don't think he's going to resist.
All right. After about 30 feet, it opens up into a room with a large golden door on one side.
That's different.
Text magic on it.
It is magic to the extreme. It is radiating all schools of magic.
Oh. So very similar to the things that have been warping us all over the place.
Yes.
Guys, this might be a portal of some type. And I don't mean as in, yes, doorways are technically portals into another room sort of portal. This reads as similar magic as the type of magic that brought us here in the first place.
Okay.
Well,
I mean, if it can guarantee us a way out of here, that'd be great.
On the
Hey,
door, you see a small indent in the shape of a box.
Fuck. I take out the box. Is it of an accurate size?
Yes.
Well, we're supposed
Let's
to
go
bring this
your
back.
spoils your spoils of whatever.
Well, there's really no way around this. I put the box in the box hole. I put the square in the square hole.
All right. As soon as you do, how do I want to do this?
It's like the TV show Sliders. Portal opens and we just all tunnel and fall through.
No, not quite.
Rock's fault. We all died.
As the golden wall starts to rise, and inside, behind the wall, you see a glimmering portal.
Now, was Sienna greedy and didn't let go of the box and she going with it? In hopes of getting the box back?
Does
The
she do
portal
that?
is on the other end of the door, so. Oh, but the box shape is in the door itself, isn't it? Or the portcullis type
Yeah.
thing.
But was she like going to try to retract the box at the last moment, hoping that as it was
Yeah,
opening,
but
she could pull,
she has.
like we watch as she goes up?
Well, she has Mage Hand. She doesn't need to grab it. She can just grab it with her mind.
All right, do you
Or at
try
least
that?
try to. Once we're. Yeah. How fast did the door go up?
Slowly.
All right, I'm gonna try something, everybody. Don't go in quite yet, and I'm gonna try to use Mage Hand to pull it out.
It doesn't budge.
Damn. Well, I guess we don't really have much of a choice. It's staying here.
Was there anything important in that box?
We're supposed to return it.
Ah.
But unfortunately, we are in a very different city right now, and this is our only way out. So, don't really have much of a choice. And I'm sure that they'll understand the issues that we've been going through. Oh,
You hope.
I hope. Either they'll understand, or there won't be a mansion there anymore. One way or another, there will be an understanding.
And hopefully the mistress doesn't get angry at you.
Hopefully. I mean, if she's paying any attention, she knows it's not my fault.
Yeah, because we know
Question.
nothing of her wanting to keep the box.
Question. Who was this box for?
Two different people. So, two people wanted this box, or apparently three, except one of these people is a door. So one is the Mistress of Chaos herself, wanted the box. And another one is a rich person who asked for us to recover all of their magic items.
So one's a rich person and the other one is the person that someone said don't trust.
Yes, and is effectively
Who also tried to kill us and said don't trust her. So I don't see a downside to this, to leaving the box here. Just saying. As long as you guys get paid for the from the other guy.
I also can't recover it anyways, so can I pull it out with my hand?
No.
Yeah. See, like it's stuck. It's in there. There's not much I can do. Well, onward. And Sienna walks through the portal.
All right. As Sienna walks through the portal, she hears a small voice whisper in her ear. Well done, my champion.
Sienna gives a very weird eye roll, like one of those, like, what do you mean?
And then she
Okay.
disappears. What does everybody else do?
So the whole party sees me do the
Sienna
what do you mean?
disappears?
Yeah. As she walks through the portal.
Yeah.
I guess we're going that way.
We go through the portal. Me and my large doggo.
All right. Cayenne and Callisto disappear.
Guess that's where we're going.
Everybody disappears.
Everybody disappears.
And you find yourselves floating, but you also feel like you're disembodied. Like you're just a consciousness floating in nothingness.
This is weird.
When everybody hears a voice,
We all hear the same voice.
Yes. Greetings, travelers. The time has come. The place is now. The appointed hour of the return has now. You have a choice to make. Will you embody these powers, or will you let these powers take over you? Make a choice, travelers. Will you share this burden, or will you force this burden on just one of you?
What's the burden?
Choose.
Hmm.
Who the hell are you?
I cannot answer anything else until you have made a choice.
Oh.
So basically, minor thing or minor burden for everybody, or major burden for one person.
To be fair, he did say power, and sometimes power is good. It's one of those.
And it
It's one
could
of
be a
those.
burden also.
It's one of those where it depends on the
responsibility.
situations, and because we're not getting enough information, makes it one of those. You just go with it.
Because it could be like a sentinel level burden where you kind of for the major one where you lose everything that you are, and basically another being takes control of your mind, or it could be a Spider-Man level of it where the burden is responsibility.
Responsibility.
Well, we've got 4.
It just makes me think of the whole Spider-Man. Don't you say it. Don't you say it.
With great power comes great responsibility.
We've also got 4, as you said, humanoid characters, and we've got 2 creatures amongst us.
You only sense the 4 humanoids among you.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Well, I'll share it if everyone else is willing to.
Yeah, I'm very much so willing to share. If it's a matter of needing to thrust it onto one person, I would also be willing to volunteer. I'm already having other things thrust upon me, so this wouldn't be different.
See, the problem is they didn't say who it be thrust upon if we didn't share. So if you don't want it thrust upon you and you decide you don't want to share, then it could be thrust upon you and you have no choice in the matter. But if we choose to actually share it, we actually have the choice. We've made a choice. You see what I'm saying?
Well, it was a choice on if you choose to thrust it upon one of you. The implication.
I didn't hear him say we choose who it's thrust upon. They choose who it's thrust upon.
Yeah.
Okay. Rewind that little bit of tape and play again.
Can I do an intelligence check to get like a memory of like what was said?
Sure. Yeah, can we get a rewind on that so I can remember what was said?
Okay, it's bad when
Well,
the
I rolled really
DM needs
well.
clarification.
Basically, it's a matter of do we get to choose who is getting to bear if we choose one person, or is
Yeah.
it spread?
Yeah, I understand
Or
what
is
you
it
wanted. I just wanted to make sure I remembered what actually was said. You guys would get to choose who it was thrust upon.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I guess that changes it.
So yes, I would be willing to. I already have some semi-divine like power, so I would be willing to take on the burden. But if the matter is a matter of we want to continue forward as a team, it might be best for all of us to receive a portion of the power just to make sure that we're on the same. We're all on the same level.
Oh, I'd initially put this in the DM to Frank, but yeah, pretty much Henry had already told the voice, you're a dick, but to spare my friends, I'll take it. But yeah, Henry's telling the voice he's a dick, but I'll spare my friends.
And see, here's the problem. If one person takes, here's where my thinking is. Uh, if one person takes the power and something happens, and then we have to try and stop them. Yeah, I don't want to deal with that. I'm just not
We split it in
trying to deal with that.
Yeah.
Does it have to be split in 4 or 1, or can we split it into between 2 people?
One or all.
In that case, I would vote for. I believe that it should be for everybody.
I
So
think
that
we're
way,
better off sharing it
I
amongst.
really turn and would I really turn one of you guys against the others?
Yes, you
Yes.
would.
Yeah.
you did that.
Look what you
literally.
did to Dead-Eye Dan. Yes.
Yeah, I was about to bring up
Recent history.
determined that I Dan dash daring me directly to death. Yeah. So
All right, so share it among everybody.
yes.
Yes.
It'll be the easiest way to make sure that we continue forward.
All right. Everybody feels an extreme pain deep within their souls as a light appears and tries to infuse you. This goes on for what feels like an eternity.
Tries.
As the energy and light infuses your soul, you start to accept it. When the pain subsides, you feel yourselves to be a lot healthier. But that seems to be the only change for now. And the voice returns. Within you are now a divine spark. Each of you have been chosen to bring about the return of the true gods of the world. Now that you have made your choice, I can tell you more. Ask your questions, and I will answer what I can.
During the series of pain and the energy, would I be able to? I was originally saying arcane because I thought magic, but since this is more divine, can I roll religion to try to understand it and spellcraft to try to tune it inside of herself a little bit?
Yeah?
Yeah. This is why I keep religion around. God damn it. That's not great. That's better. But yeah,
Alright,
probably
based
not
off
enough.
of your knowledge religion check, it seems like you are being reborn as something more. Your spellcraft check is enough to actually speed up the process a little bit. You the pain that doesn't seem to affect you as much.
Okay. Hell yeah.
All right. Does anybody have any questions? I'm sure some of you have a number of questions.
What kind of power will this allow us to do? What can we do with this?
The power that you have been given, the divine spark, is still young. For now, not much. But as you allow it to grow, you will obtain the powers of the old gods.
Wait, did he just make us demigods?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
This fun moment where the DM, as the deity of the universe, recognizes that the question was said by the player and then answers the player as the deity.
Okay, so other than being a dickhead, who the hell are you?
I could be called Io.
Oh, son of a
I
bitch.
Hey, leave my mom out of this.
Uh, oh, we're doing that. We're doing the god amongst gods.
The one above all.
yes.
Literally, Io, the god of everything, who was like, "Hey, I'm actually kind of bored. Let me make the original religion and gods."
I guess that's better than dealing with the one below all.
Fact.
Or the one beyond. Definitely preferable to Cthulhu and the even greater Eldritch abominations.
Yeah, because if we mess with Cthulhu, we have to go do Uwu.
Yeah. I still find it fun
Right.
that Cthulhu is like kind of he's mid, like he's kind of a lower powered Eldritch being.
Okay, don't blame that on me.
Yes, I'm gonna blame it on you. You just sneezed. Contagious.
uh, cool.
Okay.
So no
Do you
pass
have any
backs.
other
So
questions?
then, what do we need to do with these demigod powers that you've given us? Because obviously, you gave us for a reason. So there's gonna be something that we have to do.
You are free to do what you will.
About to say, do they come with a book of instructions?
Can I actually
No, they
roll a
do not.
religion check on Io so that way I can kind of learn what I, as a person, know?
Sure.
You realize the guy just said we could do with them as we will, which means
Well, so
it's
the
not
fun
going to be
thing about
easy.
this is that Io is the truest neutral possible.
I'm sorry, what was that?
So the fun thing about Io is that generally he's like the truest of neutrals. Like
Mm-hmm.
he created literally everything. So it's like I believe the way that I am understanding this is it isn't necessarily that we are given this power to awaken other gods. The goal is for us to be the new generation of gods.
That is a good understanding of it, yes.
So there we go.
And yeah, exactly
Huh.
what this world needs. Henry, the gods of bar fights and fist and drunkenness.
That's just actually who it was originally. So you're just bringing back old tradition.
You shall be named Odin.
Oh, I gotta lose an eye.
Hey, the loss of eye brings wisdom.
Yeah, something
Do you
Henry
have
really
any
needs.
other questions?
Do I get a new name? Just curious. If you're naming people.
Well, if you want a new name, I guess. I was just joking with him, though.
Oh, I didn't know gods told jokes. I was just, I thought everything that was said was kind of like decreed and I've
You're
never
gonna be
talked to a
called
god
a
before.
hubris.
I've
Life
never
would
talked
get
to a god before. It's
life would get boring without jokes, especially when you're immortal.
Okay, well, in that case, well, I am primary magic, and I hold both arcane and divine. Oh, fun question. How will all of this interact with the Mistress of Chaos?
Define that question a little bit better.
Sorry, can you say that again?
Define your inquiry a little bit more.
The divine spark. Will there be any interaction between the divine spark inside of me and the fact that I am currently an oracle of the Mistress of Chaos, or as she put it, a champion of hers?
If you so choose, you can power your own oracle abilities from henceforth.
You got that, or do you need clarification?
No, I got that. It's more of
Oh.
the what do I do with that information?
That or it sounds like you
Well,
can make the orb the
considering your, I'm just going to go out on a limb here. Just considering that your person who's you're supposed to be an oracle of just tried to kill you, and you now have the power to not be their oracle and do things on your own. I'd chalk that up as a win. Just saying.
Yeah, how bad's the breakup going to be?
Yeah, that's the secondary problem, though. So the whole thing with the maze, I received guidance from the Mistress of Chaos in order to kill a person at the end of it, who also happened to be a servant of the Mistress of Chaos. So, in doing so, I may be inviting additional trouble to our party simply by removing her from my pact, my oracle pact with her.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
There's a chance she could try and kill you again anyway, which means she's going to come after us by proxy,
When
since
did
she
you
already
last
tried to do it
do
once.
Do I have a choice of when I can make that change?
You can power it whenever you can start powering it yourself whenever you want.
And can I change it? Because right now it's a little bit different from how I desire.
It will be based on whatever portfolio you end up with.
Okay. That makes sense. Okay. That's all for my questions.
that or does that mean you can make the goddess your bitch?
I might need a couple, or a
This
few dozen
mistress that you
levels.
speak of has also received a divine spark years ago.
But she is yet to become a god proper.
That I cannot say.
I have a
Okay.
question.
Ask.
Since I am tied to my animal companion, will I be able to share my power with my companion?
As the power grows, he will receive powers as well.
I'm sold. That's all I need to know.
I have.
All we have to do now is
no
form up
other
like Voltron.
Are there any other questions that you have?
Not for me. This is going to be interesting.
Did you have any
Yeah,
questions?
where's my steed?
Your horse will be returned to you when we are done speaking and you are back on the mortal plane.
We have our own plane now, as minor deities, or as demigods, effectively, or will we have to develop them ourselves?
You will have to develop them yourselves.
Okay.
slowly as the power grows.
I keep saying I'm out of questions, and then I end up with another question.
Just thinking how I'd be able to learn how to, turn my drinking potions into just being natural power. So I'm just gonna work on that. That'll be fun.
See, this
Any
this is one
other
of those funny
questions?
moments. This is kind of one of those funny moments where being a magic caster probably makes it the easiest to figure out what to do.
Stop casting fists and start casting divine
Okay,
fist.
will we be able to have conversation with you again if we absolutely need to?
No.
Hmm.
To be fair, we
Well,
likely won't need to, just due to what we will become. So,
well, if that's the case, I'll just write down every question I get until we meet again.
eternity is a long time. You never know.
Well, if we're demigods, that means we may live for a long time. So,
That could
Yes,
be a
that's
very
what I'm
big book.
saying. Was
You
geology
you
keeping like a journal?
yes, she does have a journal that she keeps.
Yeah, so yeah, you're right. That's going to be a really big book eventually. It's like, oh yeah, this is my personal journal. Takes out a thing that's like 3 miles tall.
volume one.
Geology
How many volumes are there?
Yes.
37 right now.
just has an entire like massive mansion that's kitted out to be an entire library, and all of it is just her journal entries.
Between that and her sketches.
Yep,
Do you have
that'd
any
actually be pretty
further
cool.
questions before I give you my warning?
Nope. Good.
Uh,
I'm okay.
nope. I think I'm ready to hear this warning.
Be careful who finds out who you are. The era of the gods ended not because we left, because they were captured. The cities are run off the power of captured deities.
Interesting.
If they find out who you are, they will come after you. And they do have the ability to capture you.
Okay, Henry, no running your mouth when you're in the bars.
Eh,
That's it. Just
Yeah, I was just shaking my head at him.
eh.
how about this, Henry? Keep quiet, and I'll craft you a custom set of gauntlets with some nice magical power in the future.
Well, you just always upgrade his current ones.
Yeah, or I can upgrade your current ones. I have divine and arcane magic. I have a lot of flexibility.
We'll see. I mean, they can't talk if their jaw's broken.
You would have to break their hands as well, so that way they can't write it down.
Yeah, that too. They gotta be literate first. But
That's also true.
Speaking of your weapons, I actually enjoyed your fight in the arena with the Hydra. Let me do something for you. the light intensifies, and all of your weapons that were magical increase in enchantment bonus by an additional +1. So if they were a +1 weapon before, then now a +2.
Oh yeah.
Which I think everybody had at least a +1 weapon, or should have.
Yep, I have +1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you have no further questions, I will return you to the mortal plane.
Thank you very much.
I'm good.
All right, and you find yourselves standing in the middle of a city, town in a city, with people around you. And that is where we are going to call it for the day, at least as far as the actual game goes. Stick around because there are a few minor changes to your characters that need to be done.
Okay.
All right.
And so, thank you for joining us, everybody. We have finally made it through the prologue, and finally for sure learned the meaning of the name Return of the Gods.
Interesting.
The gods
Kind of
were
wonder how
friends
that was going to work
along
out.
the
Yeah.
way. Yeah, the gods were the friends you made along the way.
Yeah. Wasn't expecting that angle, so
30 hours of video to the title card.
It's a very long scrolling text.
yeah.
All right,
And you
but
guys
yes,
thought Dune was bad with its little index book that they gave you when you went to the theater?
A death scroll.
here, you want to watch the movie? Here's this encyclopedia to read before you actually start watching the movie.
Jeez.
For Dune.
Yeah,
Yep.
for the original Dune that was
Oh,
seen in
yeah.
theaters. That's how it came out.
And then if you watch the movie, don't go watch the book because you'll just be disappointed afterwards. The original movie.
But yes, thank you for joining us, everybody.
Yep. It was an interesting fight, so
Yeah.
that was fun. But yeah.
Still would have
Okay.
been really good if it had died from the sparkler.
Yeah.
That would have been so funny.
Yeah, if the firecrackers would have killed it, that would have been fantastic. But
I was expecting every time you used it to hear that fireworks sound effect.
Every time that I select it, it uses a spell slot, so I can only really use it once, and even then, it uses. Actually, I'm probably gonna change it so that way it doesn't make a. I might just change it so that way it doesn't use a whole like line because it's huge and it doesn't actually
Oh.
like track or anything. I'm probably gonna make it a circle effect and just the sound so that way there's no visual. Because yeah, like it's a fun spell, and but the visual just isn't worth the pain that comes with it. I find myself doing other things with it instead.
yeah, but as far as stream goes, we'll just go ahead and say our goodbyes here. We'll end it, and we'll just do some background work from there. So,
Yep.
Thank y'all. Appreciate it.
Thank you for joining us. We will be back Friday night with Aisha for Starfinder.
Yep.
Yes.
See you next time.
Yep. Y'all have a good one.
Bye.
Later.